Alright, how to set up a new doctor in Doctor's Pay Calculator. From the main menu, you've got an option here of Doctor's Basic Details. So you need to click on this, and here is the area where it retains all of your doctor's details, address, phone numbers, full name and provider number. Now at the moment this file has got two doctors in it. You've got a Dr. White and you've got a Dr. Smith. So again, you might have a new doctor that's starting today, and in order to process his pay at the end of this month, I need to update him into this system here. So the way you need to do that is you need to click on the record here on the right, and you need to click New Record. You can either click on the right or there's an option up there, they do the same function. So again, New Record. Don't start typing on this field right now, because you can see it's a current record, and if you change anything it will keep it live and it will save it. So you need to make sure you click New Record. Again, same principle as defined. You've got a blank record, and now you can come through and start filling out the details. Now again, you shouldn't have anyone coming in here unless they had a signed service agreement. So if you go field by field, I'm going to fill out the main fields that you need to complete the pay. So we go Doctor, say it's Dr. Fred Martin, last name, physician, general practitioner, now provider number. Just make up one for today. Now these fields up here need to be completed. You've got your salutation. If he's operating under a practice company, so PTY Ltd, that means they've given you an ABN of a practice company, which is what they want to operate under. This should also be stipulated in the service agreement. Please make sure you've made us at Health and Life aware of this issue, and it's been discussed with the potential implications such as payroll tax grouping. Otherwise this field will remain blank. Second area you need to complete is postal address, because this will actually flow through onto the tax invoice when you print it out for him at the end of every pay period. So if we make up an address today, 12 White Street, suburb to Adelaide, postcode 5000 and SA. Now again, these are essential fields that need to be completed. You've got all these other options here: phone numbers, mobiles, fax, email address. It's up to yourself at the practice or the practice how much they want to use this. You may have your own database that retains this, so as I said, that's up to you how far you want to go. Now the next area you need to complete is actually clicking on this thing called additional doctor information. Now what you can see is, again, there's a lot of fields here that you can complete. The essential information that you need in here for the pays is actually coming down to this area here called GST information. Now you've got, are they being paid on a cash or billings basis? Got a little drop down menu. Should always be cash. Again, if it's billings, we need to have been made aware of it, or you need to make sure that the client's aware of the implications. So this stock's being paid on a cash basis or receipts. Same ABN. So again, that should be the ABN that they're operating under. Type that in. Okay, so we've entered the ABN. Obviously that's a made up ABN. You need to make sure it's the correct one with the ABR registration site. Guaranteed minimum per hour. Again, we don't recommend any clients or practices to have their doctors on a guaranteed minimum. This will be addressed with the client individually. This is where you put in the hourly rate if it is applicable. So if they're getting paid, $100 an hour, you type in 100 here. That will actually flow through to the pays area should you need it. But this doctor's not on a guaranteed minimum, they're only paying a straight percentage, so we're going to leave that blank. And the last thing here is the BAS period. Are they on a monthly or quarterly BAS lodgement period? You just need to check that with the individual doctor or their accountant if you're not sure. So this doctor I know is lodging quarterly BASs, and that's all. So again, there's a lot of other fields in here you can complete, and it's up to yourself or the client how much they wish to use this. The last area you need to go in and complete is what we call doctor's percentages. This here is a summary, and it should be a summary of their signed service agreement. So you've got Fred Martin, paid from, billings account. What type of provider are they? Well, this doctor is actually a non-equity associate. And the period of payment, well, this doctor is actually being paid monthly like the rest of the doctors. So what you need to do here is it gives you a list to summarise their service fees. So as per his signed service agreement, he's actually going to be paid, he's paying a 40% service fee and nursing and allied health of 80%. And that there saves you having to pull out his service agreement at the end of the month. If you need to jog your memory to go, alright, what was his actual signed service agreement, you can then just come back in here knowing this is up to date and just check, okay, he's on 40% for normal fees and he's paying 80% on nursing item numbers. And that's pretty much how you set up a doctor's pay calculator.